Hey guys, it's Savannah and welcome back to my channel. We're back with another pattern tutorial for you, this time for my Highland Cow pattern. This is an Amigurumi pattern and it is a little bit more on the advanced side than a beginning Amigurumi, so I would definitely say have some experience with putting together Amigurumi before you try and start this pattern. It has a lot of separate pieces that are sewn together, and it has color changes, some embroidery, but it also utilizes short rows in the horns. So if you don't have any experience with short rows, I would look up a tutorial for them before you start trying to do it. What you need for this pattern is 3 different colors of yarn. The main yarn used for this, I used Bernat blanket yarn, so either a bulky or a super bulky yarn, a 6.5mm crochet hook, Polyfil, safety eyes, scissors, and a yarn needle. You also will need some black yarn. This is just a worsted weight acrylic yarn for the nose and the eyelids if you want to do those. You can follow along with the instructions in this pattern, or you can find PDF versions of my pattern with all the instructions on my website shop, Ravelry, Ribbler, and Payhip. But anyway, that is all you need to know before we start, so I'll meet you guys down below and get started on the head. Alright, I have my main color and my 6.5mm crochet hook. So to get started for the first round, we are going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then in the second chain from the hook, we are going to single crochet, and then single crochet in the rest of the chains. Three, 4, and 5, and then we are going to rotate and single crochet 5 in the opposite side of our chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Do not slip stitch to the first stitch. We are working in continuous rounds. So at the end of round 1, you will have 10 stitches. Round 2 is a repeat. And so what it is we are going to increase in this first stitch. So that's 2 single crochet in 1 stitch. Single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and increase. And then we repeat that on the other side. Again, it is increase, two, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and increase. So at the end of round 2, you will have 14 stitches. I'm going to go ahead and fold it inside out so that the right side of the stitches will be facing outwards once we get to the eyes and the stuffing. Round 3 we are just single crocheting 14. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here in a moment. Alright, so I have finished my round 3. Round 4, we are working this entire round in the back loop only. So what we're going to do is increase this first stitch and then single crocheting 5. And remember, this is all in this back loop. So you'll see how we are leaving this front loop unworked. We are not going to be doing anything with these front loops. It is just for an aesthetic look, even though this fluffy blanket yarn doesn't really show that as much. If you work it with a worsted weight yarn or some bulky acrylic yarn, it will show it off. 4, 5, and increase. And then we are repeating that all on this other side as well. So it is increase, single crochet 5, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, and increase. So at the end of round 4, you will have 18 stitches. Round 5, we are working in both loops again, and it is single crochet 2, 2, and increase. And we are going to repeat that 6 times. Again, single crochet 2, and increase. I'm going to finish my other 4 repeats and meet y'all back here at the end of this round. Alright, at the end of round 5 you will have 24 stitches. Round 6 we are increasing again, this time single crochet 3, 2, 3, and increase. And we are going to repeat that for a total of 6 times. Again, single crochet 3, 2, 3, and increase. So I'm going to go ahead and finish mine, and I will meet y'all back at the end of round 6. Alright, I have finished round 6. At the end of this round, you will have 30 stitches. Rounds 7 and 8, we are just single crocheting 30 around. So even though it's only 2 rounds, I am going to use a stitch marker to mark the beginning of my round. And I'm going to place it around the legs of the first stitch of round 6 so that I can just count up from here. So I'm going to go ahead and work these 2 rounds and meet y'all at the end of round 8. Alright, I have finished round 8. Round 9, we are going to increase in this first stitch, then single crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to repeat that 6 times. Again, increase and single crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, I'm going to finish my repeats for round 9, and I will meet y'all back here at the end of it. Alright, I have finished my round 9. At the end of this round, you will have 36 stitches. Round 10, we are just going to single crochet 36 around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here in a moment. Alright, I have finished round 10. I'm just going to pull up a loop here because what we are about to do is place our safety eyes. So these eyes will go between rounds 8 and 9. So here is round 10. This is round 9, and here is round 8. So what we are going to do is you will want to find the last increase you made on round 9. So this is the first increase. So that will mean that this right here is our last increase. So I am going to place right here. This will be the first eye, and then find the 5th increase, which will be right here. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to put that right there. And that is looking pretty good to me. I don't know about you. It will obviously look better once the stuffing is in here, but I am happy with that right now. They look pretty even. So I am going ahead and putting the stoppers on them. So that is what it looks like right now. Once we work the rest of the head and put our polyfill in here, it will look more shapely. But now we are ready for round 11. We are going to be starting our decreases with round 11. So we are going to single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to decrease. We're going to make it an invisible decrease, so we are just going to be working in these front loops. And we are going to repeat that for a total of 6 times. Again, it is single crochet 4, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. I am going to go ahead and finish my round, but I will meet y'all back here at the end of this. Alright, I have finished round 11. You will have 30 stitches at the end of this round. This is also where we will begin stuffing our head. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff mine, and I will meet y'all back here for round 12. Alright, I've gone ahead and stuffed it some, and now I'm going to start round 12. For round 12, we are going to single crochet 3, 2, 3, and decrease. And we're going to do that for a total of 6 times, so we've got 5 more repeats. Again, it is single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my round 12 and meet y'all back here in a moment. Alright, I have finished round 12. At the end of this round, you will have 24 stitches. For round 13, we are going to single crochet 2, 1, 2, and decrease. And again, we are going to repeat this 6 times. So we have 5 more repeats. Again, it is single crochet 2, 2, and decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my repeats of this and meet y'all back here in a moment. Alright, at the end of round 13, you will have 18 stitches, and continue stuffing your head as you are finishing these rounds so that you make sure you get all those spaces as we go. For round 14, we are single crocheting 1 and then decreasing. And once again, we are doing this 6 times, so we have 5 more for this round. It is single crochet 1 and decrease. So I'm going to finish my round 14 real quick and meet y'all back here when we're all done. I have finished round 14. At the end of this round, you will have 12 stitches. And for our final round, round 15, all we are doing is just decreasing 6 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So go ahead, cut your yarn. You don't need to leave a super long tail, but go ahead and weave in the end, and you will be done with the head. Now let's get to the body. Alright, for the body of our Highland Cow, we are once again, we are going to start with a magic ring, and we are going to single crochet 6 in the ring. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then go ahead and close the ring. And we are not slip stitching to the first stitch. So round 1 is just a magic ring and single crochet 6. Round 2, we are increasing 6 times. 1, 2 increases, 3 increases, so we are at 6 stitches right now, 4 increases, 5 increases, and 6 increases. So now we have a total of 12 stitches for round 2. Round 3, we are single crocheting 1 and then increasing the next stitch. 2, and we are doing that 6 times. Again, single crochet 1, increase the next stitch. So I'm going to go ahead and finish that, and I'll meet y'all back here in a moment. Alright, I have finished round 3. At the end of this round you will have 18 stitches. Round 4, we are single crocheting 2, 1, 2, and then increasing. We are repeating that 6 times. Again, single crochet 2, 2, then increasing. I'm going to go ahead and finish my round 4, and I'll meet y'all back here in a moment. Alright, I have finished round 4. At the end of this round, you will have 24 stitches. Round 5, we are single crocheting 3, 2, 3, and then increasing. And we are repeating that 6 times. Again, it is single crocheting 3, 3, and increasing. So I will go ahead and finish my round 5 and meet y'all back here in just a moment. Alright, I have finished round 5. At the end of this round, you will have 30 stitches. Round 6, we are single crocheting 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then increasing. And we are repeating this 6 times. Again, it is single crochet 4, 2, 3, 4, and increase. So I will go ahead and finish my round 6 and meet y'all back here in a moment. Alright, I have finished round 6. At the end of this round you will have 36 stitches. Now you can start turning your the body of your cow so that as you are going to work up, the tail will be inside and the right side of the stitches will be facing out. Round 7 through 10, you are just single crocheting 36 around for each round. So I'll go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here when we're all done. Alright, I have finished up round 10. Round 11, we are going to single crochet 4, 2, 3, 4, and then decrease. And we are going to repeat that 6 times. Again, single crochet 4, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. So I've got 4 more repeats of that, and I'll meet y'all back here at the end of round 11. Alright, I have finished round 11. At the end of this round, you will have 30 stitches. Round 12, we are just single crocheting 30 around, so I'll go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here. Alright, I have finished round 12. I have also started stuffing the body. For round 13, we are single crocheting 3, 2, 3, and decrease. And we are repeating this 6 times. Again, it is 1, 2, 3 single crochet, and decrease. I'm going to repeat that 4 more times and meet y'all right back here in a moment. Alright, I have finished round 13. At the end of this round you will have 24 stitches. Rounds 14 and 15 we are just single crocheting 24 around, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here in a moment. Alright, I have just finished round 15. Round 16 we are continuing to decrease, so what we're going to do is single crochet 2, 2, and decrease, and we're going to repeat that 6 times, so we have 5 more repeats. Again, it is single crochet 2, 2, and decrease. I'm going to go ahead and finish my repeats and meet y'all back here when we're all done. Alright, I have finished round 16. At the end of this round you will have 18 stitches. Round 17 we are just single crocheting around, so I will go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here when we're all done with that. Alright, round 17 is done. Round 18 will be our last decrease round. So this is just going to be single crochet 1 and decrease. Again, it is single crochet 1 and decrease. We're going to repeat this for a total of 6 times, so I will go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here. Alright, I have finished round 18. At the end of this round you will have 12 stitches. Round 19 we are just single crocheting 12, so I will go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here. Alright, I have finished with my last round. At the end of round 19, go ahead and cut a decently long tail for sewing later. Do not close up this hole. We are going to rest the head on this and sew them together once we are assembling. So go ahead and add more stuffing, and as we are assembling we may add more later. Alright, so that is it for the body. Let's get on to the legs. Alright, to begin our legs, we are going to take our contrast color, color B, and make a magic ring. And then we're going to single crochet 6 in the ring. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then pull the ring closed and do not slip stitch. Round 2, we are increasing in every stitch. So that is 2 single crochet in each stitch. So that's 1 increase, 1, 2, 2 increase, 3, 2, 5 increase, and 6 increase. So now we'll have 12 stitches at the end of round 2. Round 3, we are single crocheting 1 and then increasing. And we are doing that 6 times. Again, single crochet 1 and increase. I'm going to repeat that 4 more times. Alright, at the end of round 3, we will have 18 stitches. Round 4, we are single crocheting 2. So 1, 2, and increase. And again, we are repeating that 6 times. Again, it is single crochet 2 and increase. So we are repeating that 4 more times, and I'll meet y'all at the end of this round. Alright, at the end of round 4, we are going to have 24 stitches. Now, I did not finish my last single crochet. That is because at the end of this round, we are attaching our main color. So I, for me, prefer to just finish off the last stitch with the next color. It makes it more seamless and does not require you to tie the 2 yarns together, which can leave a bump. So after this, we can cut our second color off and begin round 5 with our new color. So round 5 and round 6, we are just single crocheting 24. So I am going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all at the end of round 6. Alright, I have finished round 6. Round 7, we are going to start decreasing. So what we're going to do is single crochet 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then decrease. Just like with the head and body, these are all invisible decreases, which means we are just working into the front loops of the stitches. Then we're going to repeat that 2 more times for a total of 3. So again, it is single crochet 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and decrease. And last time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and decrease. So after round 7, you will have 21 stitches in the round, and if you haven't already done so, go ahead and flip your work so that the ends from the magic ring and your color change are inside, and the right side of your stitches are facing outward. Rounds 8 and 9, we are just single crocheting 21 around, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here when we're done. Alright, I have finished round 9. Round 10 is another decrease round, so what we're going to do is single crochet 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. And repeat that 2 more times. Again, single crochet 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, decrease, and last time, single crochet 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. So at the end of round 10, we will have 18 stitches. This is also where you can go ahead and begin stuffing your leg as you are working. So just make sure that bottom is nice and filled out. I like leaving a bit extra space so that I am not constantly catching the polyfill as I am working some more. But that looks good right now. Rounds 11 and 12, we are just going to single crochet 18 around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here at the end of round 12. Alright, I have finished round 12. Go ahead and stuff as much as you want after round 12 because after this point we are not stuffing the leg anymore. Round 13 we are going to decrease again. So single crochet 4, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. And we are repeating this 2 more times for a total of 3 repeats. 2, 3, 4, and decrease. And last repeat, single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. So at the end of round 13, you will have 15 stitches. Round 14, we are just single crocheting around, so I will meet y'all at the end of round 14. Alright, I have finished round 14. Round 15, we are decreasing again. This time we are single crocheting 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. And we're repeating that 2 more times. Again, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. And last time, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. At the end of round 15, you will have 12 stitches. Round 16, we are just single crocheting 12 around. I will meet y'all at the end of round 16. Alright, at the end of round 16, we are going to close our leg. So just fold the top of it in half, and then we are just going to single crochet the two sides of the top of the leg closed. So for this part, we are going to, it doesn't have to be pretty because it will be how we attach the leg to the bottom of the cow, but you want to make sure you are getting in every spot there. So we're going to end up with 5 or 6 single crochets across. And then this corner right there, and there we go. Now you can just cut the yarn after this point, but make sure you have a tail that is long enough to sew it on the bottom of the cow later. Now let's get to the arms. Alright, for the arms, I have my second color, color B, and my 6.5mm crochet hook. So we're going to do a magic ring. And then we're going to single crochet 6 in the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then pull your ring closed. And that's round 1. Round 2, we are going to increase in every stitch. So that's 2 single crochets in every stitch. 2, 3rd increase, 4th increase, 5th increase, 6th increase. So at the end of round 2, we're going to have 12 stitches total. Round 3, we are going to single crochet 1 and then increase. We are going to repeat this 6 times. Again, single crochet 1 and then increase. I'm going to finish up mine and then meet y'all at the end of this round. Alright, I am at my last stitch of round 3. So this is going to be stitch number 18. And now we are just going to take our main color and use it to finish this last stitch. So now we are finishing the arm with the main color. I'm already turning my work so that the right side is facing out. I'm going to go ahead and cut off my second color. Now rounds 4 through 6, we are just single crocheting evenly around. So we're going to have 8 15 stitches for each of these 3 rounds, so I'm going to go ahead and do mine and meet y'all back here when we're all done. Alright, I have finished round 6. Round 7, we are going to single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. And we're going to repeat that 3 times. Again, single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. And last time, single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. So at the end of round 7, we are going to have 15 stitches. Rounds 8 and 9, we are single crocheting around. At the end of round 8, begin stuffing your arm. I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here in a minute. Alright, I have finished round 9. Round 10, we are going to single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. And we are repeating this 3 times. Again, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. And last time, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. At the end of round 10, we are going to have 12 stitches, and we are also going to finish stuffing our arm. So after this round, do not stuff anymore. Round 11, we are just single crocheting 12 around, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here. Alright, I have finished round 11. Round 12, we are going to single crochet 2, and then decrease. And we are doing this 3 times. Again, single crochet 2, 1, 2, and decrease. Last time, single crochet 2, 1, 2, and decrease. At the end of round 12, we are going to have 9 stitches. Round 13, we are just single crocheting 9 around. I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all right back here. Alright, I have finished round 13. Now we're just going to pinch the top closed, and like with the legs, we're going to single crochet the top of it closed. You're going to end up with either 4 or 5 single crochets across the top, just depending on where you place your stitches. Me, I like to get this last little corner right here, which will give me 5 single crochet. Then you just cut your yarn and leave a long tail for sewing. So this is your arm. Go ahead and make a second one, and I'll see y'all here in a second to start on our ears. For our ears, I have my main color and my 6.5mm crochet hook. I'm going to start with a magic ring, and we are going to single crochet 6 in the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now close your circle, and we are going to increase in every stitch. 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase, 4 increase, 5 increase, and 6 increase. So at the end of round 2, you're going to have 12 stitches. Go ahead and start pushing it so that the stitches will be facing the right side out. And rounds 3 through 6, we are just single crocheting 12 around. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for mine and meet y'all back here at the end of round 6. Alright, I have finished round 6. Now we're going to pinch the top of it closed, and we are not stuffing the ear, but pinch the top of it closed, and then we're just going to single crochet it closed. So you'll end up with about 6 stitches across the top of this. Alright, then cut a tail for sewing it onto the head in a bit. And this is your ear. Go ahead and make a second one, and I'll meet y'all here in just a moment to do the tail. Alright, for the tail I have my main color and my 6.5mm crochet hook. So what we're going to do is we are going to chain 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then we are going to half double crochet in the second chain from the hook, and then continue across. 2, 3, 11, and 12. Then we're going to cut a moderately sized piece of yarn off to leave enough for sewing it onto the body. And then I'm going to use my contrast color, but you can use your main color. and I'm going to cut 4 equal-sized pieces. Next, I'm going to take 2 of the pieces, and I'm going to, into the bottom of the tail, which is opposite from where we left the yarn at the end, insert my hook, and then grab in the middle of these pieces of yarn, pull it part way through, and then grab these ends and pull tightly to secure them. And then on the opposite side of these, I'm going to do the exact same thing. And this is our tail, and you can shape these up. I'm just going to cut them a bit to even them out. And then it'll look really nice once we attach it to our cow. So now that we have the tail done, we are going to work on the horns. Alright, for the horns, I've got my third color, which is a cream, but you can do a white, and my 6.5mm crochet hook. We're going to start with a magic ring, and we're going to single crochet 6 into the ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then we're going to pull the ring closed. For round 2, we are going to single crochet 1 and increase in the next stitch. And we're going to repeat this 3 times. Again, single crochet 1, and increase, and single crochet 1, and increase. Alright, we have 9 stitches. Alright, we have 9 stitches after round 2. Rounds 3 through 7, we are going to single crochet in each stitch. I went ahead and turned mine outside so the right side of the stitches will be facing out as we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here after we're done. Alright, now we are going to very, very lightly stuff the horn. This is just going to give it extra structure since it's going to be long and we want it to be able to stand up nicely. Now we are going to, for round 8, single crochet 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Round 8, we are going to chain 1 and turn. We're going to skip this first stitch and we're going to single crochet 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round 9, chain 1, turn, skip this first stitch, single crochet 3, 1, 2, 3, then we're going to decrease, so we're going to put the first part into the chain 1 space from the last round, and then into this stitch right here, which is after the 5th stitch from round 7. Single crochet 2, 1, 2, and then decrease, which is at the base right here, and then the chain 1 space. And we are not slip stitching to anything. We're going to have 7 stitches at the end of this round. In rounds 10 through 14, we are just single crocheting 7 around. So I'll go ahead and do that and meet y'all back here. Alright, I have finished round 14. Go ahead and cut a tail. And we're going to lightly stuff a bit more into the horn, just so it has that stability once it is on the head. The hole is small, so it can be difficult, but that is why you have a crochet hook, so you can jam it in there. Alright, and this is what it'll look like. Again, we are not closing the bottom of the horn. It is just going to be sewn on as is. So go ahead and make one more, and I will meet y'all here to assemble everything. Alright, now we are on to assembly. I have my head here and my body here, and we're going to work on this first. Usually I would use a curved yarn needle, but I don't have any with an eye big enough to thread this blanket yarn through, so I'm just using the biggest one I have. And I'm going to sit my head where the very end of it is lined up with one side of the opening of the body. And I'm just going to start in this next stitch next to where we ended, and I'm just going to start sewing on. I am being very careful not to go too high on the head so that it will rest nice and evenly on here. Because this is not a curved yarn needle, I have to kind of move the head a little bit as I'm going to get to where I want it to be. But as we are going around here, I will be adding a bit more of the filling into here, just so that the head has a little bit more to rest on. Because we don't want it to be too floppy of a head. We want it to kind of look like it was all one piece. But you can see I'm just kind of going stitch for stitch and pulling it nice and tight as I go around. Alright, and I am on these last couple stitches around here. This is the last one, and you can see how the very back of it is just very flush with the body. And it is on here. So I'm just gonna go a couple more stitches even though it's already on here, just to make it a bit more secure. Because we really do not want this opening, this seam here, to come open, because then the body and the head will not be attached and that will not be good. Now I'm just going to get it in there a little bit under these, and I'm just going to start weaving this end in. And I'm just going to do this a few different ways. It's a little bit difficult sometimes with this needle, but now I'm just going to stick it through a little bit so that it just kind of hides in here, and cut this off. And that is the head and body attached. Alright, your ears you're going to attach between rounds 10 through 12. The eyes are attached between 8 and 9, so you can just count back. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I did mine more on the side so that they look a bit floppy. And then your horns, you are attaching right behind the ears. I do mine near the top, and when you attach them, you want to make sure that they mirror each other so that they are facing in the opposite direction. When you attach them, remember that we did not sew the bottom of it closed, so you are attaching stitch for stitch in a circular motion. Your arms are attached below the ears and a couple rounds below the seam of the head and neck. Again, we are attaching stitch for stitch on these. And now we are onto the legs. When you go to attach the legs, turn your cowl upside down so that the nose is facing away from you. Then you take your leg and you place it so that it is facing the same direction as the arm, and then stitch for stitch attach it to the bottom. I do mine at an angle out from where you can see the start of the magic ring right here. Mine is at a diagonal angle on those. So I'm going to do mine and meet y'all right back here. Now if we keep the cowl turned like this, just go to the back, right near where the base of it is, and we can sew on the tail right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do mine and meet y'all back in a minute. I have cut about 20 pieces of yarn at about the same length. I used my contrast color, my second color, but you can use your main color, it really doesn't matter. And now I'm going to attach them to the head. We're using the same method as with the tail, but you just stick your hook under the stitches, grab in the middle of them and pull them part way through, then pull the yarn through and pull them tight. Now I'm going to attach mine about to in between the horns, and I will show y'all what it'll look like when we're finished. And that is it. That is how you put together your Highland Cow. I hope you guys enjoyed this pattern. If there is anything I was unclear of, or if you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. But yeah, that's all there is to it. I hope you guys enjoy your new friend, and until next time, happy crocheting!